brothers, welcome again. Today I will show you a video about the tactical class patch 7.1, fully upgraded, best build, high damage output, and how I think you should play your tactical class. So let's get to it. First of all, we are going over the perks like usual. I am building my tactical class around the heavy bolt gun, heavy bolt rifle, as you can see. I do believe it's more versatile than the plasma gun. Don't get me wrong, the plasma gun incinerator is a really good weapon, but I do think the damage output of the heavy bolt rifle is more consistent than the plasma incinerator. Plus the heavy bolt rifle got some buffs and the plasma incinerator got nerfed in 7.1. So I'm going for the heavy bolt rifle. First of all, we're going through the perks. Based on the bolt rifle, we are going balanced distribution, so it has a 10% higher damage output. If you like to play the plasma incinerator more, then you take of course the plasma boost. There's nothing wrong with the plasma incinerator, but I do like the like I said, the heavy bolt rifle more since the latest patch. To get some more output, we're going with Relentless Persuit. So after a gun strike we up our damage with 25%, so these two add up to 35. And of course the Emperor's Vengeance, so we don't have to look after our ammo consumption. Then Alligned Aim, again 15% more damage, so these three all add up. 15%, 25 makes 40. We're already at 50% more damage on our heavy bolt rifle after a gun strike, so that really adds up. For our Auspex scan, we are taking the usual, the priority targeting, so it increases to 8 seconds. The battle focus, so each parry or block gives the enemy a Auspex scan, really strong. I prefer it over the precise calibration because this one hasn't any cooldown. And then for our massive damage dealing, we are taking concentrated fire, so we're dealing 120% extra damage. So in the best case scenario we have a 10% increase, 25 makes it 35, plus 15 makes it 50, and with an Auspex scan enemies take up to 170% extra damage with our heavy bolt rifle. And as a cherry on top, we are taking Marked for Death to kill off extremists when scanned, even with a battle focus scan. For the prestige perks, we are taking these four are quite obvious. Acuity, so each headshot increases the damage by 3% up to 15, so that even adds up, like I said, to all these perks together, so there's an extra 50% damage on headshots. The Fortitude, extra health. The Resilience, so our med packs heal 40% more. And second look, if you fuck up an Auspex scan on a ball sack, that happens to all of us, we can rescan. So of all the prestige perks, these four are what I consider no-brainers. Why? Because the skilled supplier ammo reserve increased. We don't need it with the Emperor's Vengeance. We are reloading ammo constantly on finishers. The spare power, collect an ammo box, restores your ability charge. Well, that's really situational. If your ability is already at 100%, this prestige perk is doing nothing, so it's too situational. We have resilience, we have fortitude, and the exigency charge. When our health is lower than 25%, our ability charge 50% faster. Also situational, because if we have more than 25% health, this perk is doing nothing. So that's also a no-go. Spare power, also though, yeah, these two are a no-go for as I'm concerned. And skilled player is also no-go. For our weaponry, like I said, the heavy bolt rifle is the star of this build. To get more damage out of it, I'm going, as you can see, the upper row. for extra headshot damage, so we need to focus on headshots, headshots, headshots. This weapon already has a big magazine capacity, so I'll leave the extended magazine in the lower row. We're going for increased headshot damage, 24% more headshot damage if our health is low. Some faster reload is okay, but it's to get to the next ones. In the upper tree of the Artificer, the Headhunter here, and one of the most important perks, the Tactical Precision, 20% extra headshot damage, and recoupment, so we can kill off with a headshot and regain some armor. If we're down on medpacks and our health gets low, we are taking rapid health, so we can heal on our heavy bolt rifle. And for the relic tiers, we are taking extra penetration, increased magazine, divine might, so that's another extra 10% damage, and one of the most underestimated perks, honed precision, 50% less spread without aiming. This perk prevents you from aiming all the time, so you can walk and shoot. It makes this weapon really easy to use and really versatile. So this is one of the perks I would recommend taking, because it prevents for your aiming constantly towards enemies. Then for our secondary, like in all my other videos, I'm always taking the heavy bolt pistol. It's the best secondary at the moment. I have a video about it, so I will show you the perks. It's lower and an upper tree for the headshot damage, fast reload after a gun strike, last round extra damage, low ammo extra damage 25%, some maximum spread decrease 10%, remote threat, so on long distance we are taking some extra damage, some health regen when needed, some extra ammo, some penetration, and extra damage with divine might. As for the heavy bolt rifle, I almost forgot, I am not taking the great might, but also not a cleaving fire. You have two cleaving fire options right here, so shots will penetrate and deal 25% of the damage. I don't like these perks, it's a waste of ammo, it's a waste of your time. Just wait until the enemies get out of block and then shoot at them. When enemies are blocking, they're not even a threat, so these perks are what I consider a no-go. Then you have also the remote threat ×2, so you can do damage over more than 25 meters, an increased damage output of 20%. Also there you have two perks with the same output. Where is it? I've lost it. Oh, here it is, remote threat over here. That's something you can't control. Most battles in Space Marine are close combat, so these two perks are not always active if you compare them to the perks I have selected here. So for the long distance perks on the heavy bolt rifle, the remote threat, I do not recommend them, because you're not the sniper of the team, you're the tactical and you're most of the time fighting up and close. Then for our chain sword, we are taking, I still have them blocking, but you should go fencing. Why? It's all because of this perk, the Relentless Persuit. Each gun strike increases your damage output by 25%, so we need those gun strikes, and we are getting gun strikes with a fencing weapon. I do know that the blocking is a higher damage output, but with the fencing it really ups your damage for your heavy bolt rifle. So that's why I'm going fencing on the chainsword. As for the perks on the chainsword, it's like usual. We're taking some extra strength ×3, some swift recovery, heavy attacks recover 100% more contested health. The reverberating impact stomp area increased. Combined onslaught, so light combo has more damage. And heavy onslaught, heavy attacks do more damage. Do full throttle, so we can shorten our combo to 3 to perform a stomp. The hard target, light combo, we take some less damage. I don't really care about this one. It's all about Majora's Slayer, some extra damage for Majora's level enemies. Trampling stride, after a stomp, perform another stomp. It's cool. You can also take it instead of the Majora Slayer, but I'm going for the damage. Most of the time 2 stomps. You don't have the time for it, or all the enemies are already dead after 1 stomp. So I do believe the Majora Slayer is more useful. So this is the build for a tactical around the bolt rifle. Of course there's also a plasma build, I show it to you in another video, but for the best damage output, more consistent, you go for the heavy bolt rifle. Let's get into battle. Oh, nice, we're going straight into battle.
Okay. Ah, no, Messerschmitt. Es alemán.
Hello brothers, let's go, let's go.
Oh, yes, Giri. Muy bien, máquina. Hey, this is Dutch. No me responde, ala. Díselo otra vez.
Okay, let's get up close with this gun.
Messerschmitt, speak to Dutch.
9. And there we go. Oh, the sniper is finishing him off. Really nice.
No. Bien. No, déjame esto, porfa. Necesito las balas. ¿Hablas inglés, pelotudo? Mierda, tío. No, me mata el multi-pitch.
So that's the first ball sack. As you can see, high damage output.
Me como me ha dejado, tío. Gracias. Te dejaba hecho ese gilipollas, pero bueno.
Gun strike and it's already gone. I can't even show you the high damage increase after a gun strike.
¿No muere este cabrón o qué? Listo, ahora. No, 10 balas me habrá dado, ¿no? 7. Vale. Hay algo por ahí disparando. Sí, ahí al fondo. Listo. Ya estaba muerto. Qué asco, tío, de verdad. Odio los
That's for the sniper.
Macho.
Your battle awareness is impeccable, brother. How do you hone those instincts?
I reduce all unnecessary chatter.
Understood.
My battle awareness will be less effective without your
La armadura, eso es. Muchas gracias. ¿Es cosa mía o la mayoría de skins que han salido para los prestigios son de la Death Watch? Sí, literal por no decir todo. Hay cura Iván,
Let's refill some ammo. And wait for the perfect situation to get the high damage on this heavy bolt rifle.
Loco, pegar un tiro, de verdad, puto 6. Ahí tocó la... Ahí juego está cabrón, Sí, nos quiero hundir, tío. Quiere que perdamos, literal quiere que perdamos. Aparte sabe que uno de nosotros le entra flojera a estas horas. Sí.
And there we go.
Al por culo.
No, pero de verdad, hay veces que me duermo aquí en el sitio,
¿Sí?
Sí, muchas veces estoy jugando contigo y empiezo a cabecear y no sé ni lo que hago.
Ah, qué mariquita. Los turnos.
Los putos turnos, tío. Madre de Dios. Gracias al cielo que cobramos bien, macho.
Sí, menos mal.
Let's get those headshots again, and there we go.
1600
We gain some armor on the headshot kill.
Lleva, tu vida no vale 1600 euros. Ya, por favor. No. No, hijo de puta. Loco, que lo esquivé. Muérete, hijo de la gran puta.
Look at the accuracy of the heavy bolt rifle. We can run and shoot.
Bueno, todo que hay hasta arriba, ¿no?
Keep these guns off our ass. Shoot without aiming.
Area cleansed of the foul Xenos presence.
Listo, coño.
Hola.
Where shall this bomb do the most damage?
Explosives prepared.
Ay, de verdad. Queda colocar y yo tengo una bomba. ¿Dónde putas la hay que ponerla ahora? Arriba, en serio.
Here we go. Kill.
Vale, bro.
Kill.
Eso no se hace, tío. Yo ahora te hago así y te vas a tomar.
More damage. And we solved our problems right here.
De verdad quedó una arriba. Me cago en todo.
Changing magazine.
Vale, ya está la última bomba puesta.
Charge primed.
Vámonos a tomar por culo.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
Había al principio, ¿qué clase había con nosotros? Porque este se ha unido o éramos tú y yo solos.
Picking up extra rounds.
Sí, había un bulwark. Ah, vale.
Swapping magazine.
Aquí está la semilla. No,
Reloading.
reliquia guardiana de puta madre.
So, I've got the channel for ourselves now, brothers.
Auspex prime.
As you can see, real good damage on the heavy bolt rifle. You can shoot without aiming. It's really accurate.
Fresh magazine.
Saves you time, saves you effort. So I really recommend that last perk for the 50% decrease in spread without aiming. We also got the 10% extra headshot damage for the sniper. Nice. So that all adds up to our total damage.
We're not expecting such illustrious company in the rear.
Let's share the medpack, I don't need it.
Equipment marked. Gathering supplies. Extra grenades on me. Ammunition cache here.
We've got a handle on these probing strikes, my lords. It's the relay that's getting hammered right now.
That is about to change. A Tyranid overlord approaches from this corridor.
That's news. Without armor support to tackle a target that big, we may have to bring down the supply bridge.
Not sure they took the other map back.
Of rigging it to explode. Is this a withdrawal order? Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed.
Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your support. Incoming! Ready up! Show the Emperor's angels what we are made of! They're making another push over the bridge!
Xenos scum are pushing from the bridge. Rearming.
Got a pile up below! Don't let them fly!
They're full.
The Hive Tyrant is on
Here's the extra penetration on the heavy bolt rifle.
If they move as one, so shall we.
There we go. Look at that.
Command its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure.
They're not getting up. We got us some extra penetration times 1.
Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos leader beast will be in visual range shortly.
Nice. And the extra precision. So this makes this class really versatile. Let's not talk about that.
Stim injection administered.
This you will confirm. Whatever it is.
I've never seen such an atrocity.
Hold. Give the Hive beast a moment. Detonate the charges now.
Buildings. If they move as one, so shall we.
Xenos leader beast neutralized. It is not dead. Lieutenant Titus, please repeat. Swarm would go feral without their connection to the hive mind, but their focus is still on the relay. Reports confirm the lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion is still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
Good. I hate leaving a job unfinished.
I see it trying to.
That's also a spot for the gene seat over there, if you didn't know that. It rarely spawns there, but it does sometimes.
Relic over here.
No, it's mine. No one else can carry that one.
Scanning.
Here we go.
Now that Xenos fire for eliminated.
Ooh, nice. Massive damage. Get the damage in, and there we go.
Nowhere left to dig now. Rearming.
We are busy brothers. I like.
I have observed your silence, Valiants. How is your morale?
Even from this distance, I can hit them without
Share my
aiming.
reflections, but I have observed you seem more comfortable in
I do really like that last perk, brothers. Makes this weapon much easier to handle. Big damage output. Consistent damage, doesn't overheat like the plasma.
We have it routed.
Pursue and eliminate. We
It has a
will
big
not
magazine
tolerate
of 64
finish it off.
rounds in one magazine. So you can really put that damage out there.
Auspex deep scan ready.
And we just keep on shooting.
Art visuals incoming.
What was that? Now let's get the damage in. There we go. And we already got our Auspex scan back because of that prestige perk. The second chance.
I will attempt to keep it on the Auspex.
So we can fuck up our Auspex scans sometimes. But that one was bugged over there. I didn't know what happened. Because I was really aiming at the big enemies over there.
Be ready.
Just like Trump would say. They're big enemies, they're the biggest I've ever saw.
That's a report.
We are after the Xenos Overlord. It cannot run forever.
Talassa, you cut out. Vox signal negligible.
And I just like how this gun looks as well.
Do not worry.
It's big,
When the Hive Tyrant is
it's
dead,
lore accurate.
Lieutenant will know.
The only thing they could improve is the sound. Make it sound really more badass, because the sound it makes right now is a bit lame, in my opinion.
It is going up that wall. Let us try to head it off.
It should really make big bangs. Because you're shooting bullets like Coca-Cola cans. So this sound doesn't represent this gun. How it should sound like.
Grabbing this gear. Zone secure.
Well, if no one else is taking it, I'm taking it.
Our coordination is off.
Now, let's take a look at the damage output on the Hive Tyrant on absolute threat level.
After my bombard.
Make sure we get those headshots in. Show me your face.
Fresh magazine in.
Saving the Auspex scan for stage 2. There we go. Let's give them some cover. And I do like that 64 mag round magazine. Get us headshots in, and look, each shot is like 0.5% damage.
That is no death spasm.
That thing is crackling with energy now.
Swapping magazine.
Okay, let's get the Auspex scan. If we can parry him. not, but we already got him. If you're getting those headshots in, your damage is crazy, brother. I hope you enjoyed this video about the heavy bolt rifle and the best tactical build. Of course there are more options to try, but I do believe with this build you have some crazy damage output with the Auspex scan, with the gun strikes, with the Alligned Aim, which makes the heavy bolt rifle a real gem to play. And if you can trigger your Auspex scan more with some recharge abilities like the Vanguard, which has a 50% recharge ability on team perk, or the Sniper has also a 10% recharge perk for your ability on headshot kills, you can spam that Auspex scan way more, which increases your damage output. Got some good XP, 8200. Well, we don't have carried this game, but we spawned somewhere like 30% in the map. I hope you enjoyed this video, brother. Take care and see you next time.